Hey, what's going on, TDs and Beer League? It's Sunday, and which means it's late fall. So I'm outside doing housework because that's what you do this time of year before the snow hits. So we've got my yearly. I do this a couple times, I think. My first outside broadcast. So, week 6, we're almost halfway through the regular season of fantasy. It comes so quick. Yeah, it's we only have 13 weeks in the regular season, so we're halfway there, living on a prayer. So anyway, last week in the league, Jeremiah holds on to his undefeated. He's looking to keep that way. I don't know who's going to stop him. So he had almost 100-point win over BJ, like a 98-point win. Could be the biggest win margin that we had in league history. I still haven't looked that up, but it's close. So he stays undefeated. Jamie gets a win to try to keep pace with him in the Genesee division with a win over Ricky, and completing the Southern sweep for the Genesee sweeps the Tecate division this week. We've got my win over Roy, despite not registering a single point from T. Higgins, who left the game with an ankle injury. I got 45 points from Tyson Hill, and that last run was pretty much the nail in the coffin, because as soon as he bit that run off and got that touchdown, I think like a 45-yard touchdown, Roy texted me and went, damn it! So, that was it, and then I just needed I didn't get a very great performance from the Kansas City defense, but I got enough, and that was it. I won over Roy. In the Crawling Out of the Basement Bowl, Ryan saves his season with a victory to stay within 2 games of... to pull within a game of Chrissy by beating Megan, who is... it's not looking great for her. The Honky Cracker Boys beat Dave to tie up in the standings, in the win column anyway. Ties up Mike. And Fat Yaz Rugrats hands Mike his first defeat of the year, but Mike stays ahead over in the Milwaukee's Best Division due to his sweep of the first round of division games. So, this week I go up against Chrissy. Chrissy's starting the Browns defense, so I decided I was going to start the Pats defense, because if we're going to do it, we're going to do it right for the matchup today. Ricky faces off with Megan. Ryan and Jamie for the Sadness Bowl over the Mets tier. That was tough. So they're going to try to beat each other up over it. The Cunninghams go against Jeremiah. Jeremiah looking to stay undefeated. The Humblers versus the Honky Cracker Bowl boys in the Cracker Barrel this year. And the Weights and Demons face off against Mariota Malfunction versus Roy's, trying to get some redemption after last week's loss. And Mike looks to stay ahead of his division and the divisional matchups, the division rankings, sorry. Anyway, Jeremiah, he's got the number 1 seed now because he is the only undefeated team. He's 5-0. 2-game lead over Jamie, who's on a 3-game win streak. So she's got three wins, and I'm still in it. I was 3 games back last year. A little different this year. Chrissy is ahead of the Pats Blue Ribbon. After I made fun of them, she took that personally. And she has not lost since, and she is now 3-2 ahead of the pack. Ryan's trying to keep pace. He's 2-3. He's a game back, and Dave at 1-4. Sorry, buddy. Mike is 4-1, and Chris, the Honky Cracker Boys, are 4-1. But the Wasted Naments are ahead in the division by way of not only points, but also he is 2-0 in divisional games. And then Megan in last place at 1-4. She's 3 games back as well. with only one win. Sorry, Lugs. And although everyone in the Tecate division lost last week, Roy stays ahead still has a 2-game margin over there. He's 3-2, and Ricky and BJ are also 1-4. So that's how the matchups stack up this week. That's where we stand for the late games. We only have 3 4 o'clock games, so I'm throwing the 8 o'clock game in there again this week as well. Although I'm not sure why we only have 3 4 o'clock games, because there was no London game this week. So, well, I don't know. Anyway, so Carolina is in Los Angeles to face the Rams. I feel like the Rams, well, they are in LA, so I guess, yeah, that would Eastern time. They would play at 4:30 a lot. Arizona's in Seattle. And then the big one, Buffalo and Kansas City. I mean, this is this generation's Brady Manning, Allen versus Mahomes. So that's tune in for that one. That one should be good. And in old school rivalry, Dallas is rivalry. Why can't I freaking say that word anymore? I'm gonna I gotta practice rivalry. I say rivalry. What? Why do I do that? It's my brain. My brain's just getting soft with my old age. Anyway, the old school rivalry between the Cowboys and the Eagles. They play in Philadelphia. Much like Jeremiah, the Eagles looking to stay undefeated. So you go ahead, pop those in there. In here, YouTube, Yahoo, wherever you want to do it, wherever you feel like you want to do that today. Go ahead and pop those in there. Remember, hey, I got the 5 points, first one in a while. That was the first time I gave out 5 points in a long time, and it helped me. Now I know there was all this thing about, it's all fuckery between, because Jeremiah just likes to screw with me because he's still pissed off that he lost last year to me. Don't have We Are the Champions, but yeah, I didn't have my other phone because I'm outside. But I am the champion, so he's still pissed off at that. and Roy's like, because when I got the 5, I tied him. You guys don't need the story. Jerry and Roy know the story, but anyway, I got the 5 points last week, so it tied us up going into the Monday night game. I mean, it helped. It didn't guarantee me the victory, but it did a lot. So go ahead, put those in there. Hopefully, you can get the 5 points this week as well in your matchup. Except for you, Chrissy, I'm not going to see them. I'm just going to choose to ignore them. Anyway, all right, guys. Have a great day out there. It's beautiful up here in New York State. I hope it's beautiful where you are. And as always, go Pats.